Big numbers, big numbers. 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad beat pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more pesto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, pass the pig skin, but he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Ay, 100s and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she want it like me, cause her like she can count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God. Big numbers, big numbers. 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts. Whole team counting, that's a big number.
S-T-R-O. Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright.
Yeah.
I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I'm made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Houston Texans. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And a little dangerous there, almost a penalty, but it does get into the end zone before going over the sideline for a touchback.
Jet 180, black 15. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't begin. White. Don't get nervous. Hey, orbit. Behind.
Off the play fake here, Rivers. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. That one goes for 24 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This is Marlon Mack, third-year running back. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Rivers. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 40.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. Oh, and Mack has the ball stripped, and the Texans scoop it. The 40, past the 20, 10, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that, in a great play for that defensive unit. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
I'm coming. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
They begin the drive on the ground with Mack. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here, up to the 34. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Check 31. Check 31.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
It's now 3rd down and 3.
Hey, Brown 80. Hey, Delta. I don't even know why this team showed up.
They go play action. Rivers. And he gets it to Funchess complete. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Devin Funchess, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. He's brought down there by Kenny Moore.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Let's go, let's get this ball back.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Hey, they're scared. They're scared.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Come on, Check, go get him, go get him.
A first down carry now for Miller. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here's a guy on his 4th franchise in 2 years, Carlos Hyde. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson into the hands of the tight end. This is Jordan Thomas. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Duke Johnson, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting has taken over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. Stills the intended target.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A run by Mack to start the drive. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
On 2nd and 9, Rivers. He's going to wind up in air, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Mike 58, right there. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Watson. And this one grabbed by Darren Fells. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
First down, Houston.
Miss that. Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day. Relax.
From the 50, it's Watson. Complete. It's Johnson. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
With the score, Colts 14, Texans 7.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Here's High. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
On first down, Watson. Johnson's got it complete. 23 yards on the play.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 10-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Check.
Out of the gun, Watson. And he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I'll just figure there's something wrong with the football.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 31-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Orange 5-4. Check 24, check 24.
Now a toss play. This is Mack. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Set, black 15. Watch your back. Keep it skinny. Watch the twist.
On 3rd down, Rivers. And Pascal's got it. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Phillip Rivers with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner rat, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Stay at home, stay at home.
On 1st down, it's Watson. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off around the 41. Trying to get it that time to Stills.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He completes this one to Mack. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the 1st half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Mike. Got 190. Round 80. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball.
They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. You really can't see it in his leg. Maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard. That's about it. But as long as he's booting him the way he's booting him, keep going, big guy.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time, one play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Focus, defense, focus.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. And Stills bringing it in. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
First down, Houston.
Watson now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. And Thomas has it. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
First down, Texans.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive there. He hits the reliable target. Watson on first down. It's complete. Stills. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soft. Y'all playing the wrong football. 59, 55, right there in the middle, 55. I got you, boy. I got you.
To the air yet again, Watson. And Stills over the middle. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. And they'll give Miller another crack. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. The kick by Fairbairn is good. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
and I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Watson with a give to Miller. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Yo, 555.
From the gun, here's Watson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. Watson now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Alert.
A shotgun snap for Watson. His throw incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, 24.
Throwing again is Watson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Kenny Stills, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. They'll try and run it in with Miller, and he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 32-yard line.
Say 180. Hey, Brown 80. 55. Ricky. Rush in. Hey, Delta. Keep it skinny. Behind.
Off the play fake here, Rivers. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Watson. On the left side, this is Stills. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. On first down, it's Miller. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter. Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game. On 2nd and 9, Watson. He gets this one to Johnson. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
The set, 19!
Here's Watson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. No one attempted or made more field goals in Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42.
And they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. But I'll guarantee you, Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use them a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. The sack there by J.J. Watt.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Back to you. Hey, Alpha! 24.
Rivers. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Rivers looking deep for Hilton. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Back to throw, Watson. Open man, the tight end fails.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5.
Looking to throw again on second down. Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. We have played 3 quarters, and that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st and 10, Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one good for 37 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Again, running right, it's high. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Throwing on second down, Watson. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. First down, a run with Hyde. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Now Watson operating from the gun. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Watson now. From the gun, he'll throw. This is Miller, complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. On play action, Rivers. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Mack, draw play. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
16 yards the pickup there. The Colts have a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Rivers now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Here's Rivers. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now high. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there. And now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Check 55 to Mike. Let's go. Check 9, check 9.
And Watson's going to throw it here. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Now Watson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. 71 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. On 1st down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. He's got the 1st down inside the 10 and all the way down to the 5. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines with time running out. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat-and-mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now.
Back to throw. He's got Fuller. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. One last throw here for Watson. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost fell schoolyard or playground, didn't it? Yeah, you remember when you called that play? Everybody just go long and try and find someone open. They gave it a shot, but unable to successfully complete it.
So for Indianapolis, they're into the win column for the 3rd time this year as they get the victory here. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they fall for the first time this season after 6 wins to start the campaign. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.